also neutral and amid geopolitical turbulence. We are a peace-loving nation, and we want our immediate neighborhood to be stable, to be peaceful, and to be economically developed. And smoked horse meat. It's a specialty dish often enjoyed in Kazakhstan. The smoking process gives the meat a deep flavor and a distinctive aroma. It is usually served in thin slices as a cold dish or a side dish.
Hai, saya Selita. Selamat datang di Diplomasi Club, acara di mana kami menjelajahi hubungan internasional yang menarik dan menyelami kisah-kisah unik para mitra diplomatik kami. Bergabung bersama kami hari ini, His Excellency Mr. Sherzan Abdikarimov, Duta Besar Kazakhstan untuk Indonesia. Pada episode kali ini, kami akan membahas mengenai berbagai isu yang cukup menarik, mulai dari kebijakan luar negeri, multifaktor Kazakhstan, kemudian bagaimana Kazakhstan menjaga stabilitas ekonomi di tengah tantangan global, hingga hubungan diplomatik Indonesia dan Kazakhstan. Jadi tunggu apa lagi? Mari kita temui Mr. Sherzan. Excellency.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, wow.
Sehat?
Sehat, alhamdulillah. You speak Indonesian fluently.
Ya, ngomong sedikit.
Thank you very much for joining us today in this Diplomatic Club program. And how are you?
Baik, terima kasih. Sehat, alhamdulillah.
Okay, let's just walk.
Anda baik?
Alhamdulillah saya baik, saya selalu sehat, begitupun dengan Anda.
Okay.
And before we dive into the serious stuff, let's start with something very, very light. How has your experience been living in Indonesia so far?
Terbaik. Saya suka Indonesia, saya suka orang Indonesia, saya suka makan Indonesia.
Good.
I very like to live here. My family love Indonesia. As you may know, saya belajar bahasa Indonesia lamanya 2 tahun di Akademi Diplomatik di Moskwa, tetapi 22 tahun yang lalu.
22 tahun yang lalu, 22
Yes.
years ago.
Yes, yeah. And now I am continue studying Indonesian bahasa, so I'm happy to be in beautiful Jakarta, in beautiful Indonesia, so I'm happy.
But you deal with the weather.
Weather, yes, it was a bit challenging for me because in Kazakhstan the weather is not the same, but in summer it's also very hot. But now I already okay.
Wow, it's really nice to see you today. It's such an honor for us to having you in our program.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih banyak for your time.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk about something that you may be more a bit interested about Indonesia. Could you please share us what is the one thing that surprised you the most of Indonesia in general?
Yes, if I may to say in 3 words, it's a wonderful, beautiful and hospitable Indonesia. Of course, when I studied Bahasa, I found out that Kazakh language and Bahasa Indonesia have many similarities and loan words from Arabic, like Aulia, Dunia, Kaum, Hormat, Resmi, Jawab, Kitab, Hewan, even Sabun.
Sabun?
Yeah, sabun, salt,
Really?
sabun, yeah. Zaman,
Zaman,
many words.
Many similar cultures
Yes.
between Indonesia and Kazakhstan.
Yes,
So,
and I was very surprised to learn that.
wow, that's really amazing. So, about this building, I heard that this is a new building for your embassy in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Yes.
Right? Could you please share to us what is this building more specific and unique made aspect of this building maybe, and how it represents Kazakhstan in general about the culture?
Yes, it's a very gorgeous building. It was rented by my predecessor 2 years ago. It's not our property. But still we have a long contract with the owner of this building, and it suits to all our needs. From that entrance we have a consular units of the embassy, consular section. From this entrance, it's a central entrance. So we are situated in the heart of Kuningan, in the heart of Jakarta,
Center.
and we are very much happy to work here.
It's also a bit surprise for me since this building is not really looks like office building. It looks
Yes.
like home, and it should be feel more homey for those who work here.
Yes,
For
of
your
course,
department.
we should, as ambassador, I should provide all necessary working conditions for my staff, for my diplomats, and we like it very much.
Are you living here or you have?
No, I live in another building in Kebayoran Baru. I have my private residence there, so it's not so far, and it's very comfortable for me to have embassy here and not far my residence.
To work here, to have
Yes.
the atmosphere here.
Because-
There's a lot of trees here and green.
Yes, because as you may know, residence is also like an office because I receive some guests there. I make some receptions there, lunches and dinners, and it's also a part of our official work as embassy and ambassador.
So everything should be done here.
Yes,
This embassy.
and
Wow.
here and in the residence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really great. Could you please take us to take a look inside to your office, maybe to the whole building?
Yes, this is please.
Thank you very much.
Silakan masuk.
So this
Di
is the
sini,
entrance?
this is a consular. Consular. It's. We have no now visitors. That's why it's closed.
This
Yeah.
is the consulate, and that's for the diplomat.
Yeah, that's for. This is for visitors. For Indonesian citizens who wants to get some documents or long-term visa. For example, I will tell you that Kazakhstan provided free visa regime for all Indonesian citizens for 30 days.
30 days.
So every Indonesian citizen can go Kazakhstan without visa and stay there for 30 days.
I would be happy.
For business
everything.
purposes,
Fine.
for leisure, for travel, and
For everything.
everything they want.
Okay.
Yeah. We can proceed to the central.
Now that we are settled at this place, maybe you could share just a little bit information about this place.
Yes, it's my favorite hotel, Grand Melia Hotel Jakarta. Very, very beautiful, very comfortable. We have a good partnership with Grand Melia Hotel, and we accommodate all delegations. We convene here many meetings and lunches and dinners. So I also would like to recommend Grand Melia Hotel to you and to all your friends.
Thank you. Thank you, Melia, for having us in this beautiful space. And I think it's the time for us to dive into the main topic of today. And I would like to ask about this is the one of the highlight that I could be launch for you about the topic. It's about the Kazakhstan multi-factor foreign policy, and it's often seen as one of the model to balance relations with major global powers. Could you please explain what this policy entails and how it shapes Kazakhstan in this position in the world?
Yes, thank you very much. It's a very interesting issue. Since gaining our independence in 1991, Kazakhstan make a choice for this multi-vector, balanced and pragmatic and also peaceful foreign policy. And it ensures a balanced and pragmatic approach to international relations, fostering cooperation with major global powers, while safeguarding our national interest and sovereignty. And of course, in the current geopolitical environment, it's necessary for Kazakhstan to elevate cooperation with our immediate neighbors in Central Asia and in the Eurasian Economic Union. And we set and put forward a set of measures in different industries, manufacturing, transport, logistics, information technologies, and agriculture. Special attention is given to major investment projects with China, Russia, United States, European Union, Middle East, and Asian countries. These efforts underscore Kazakhstan's commitment to fostering shared economic growth, ensuring sustainable investment, and strengthening its global reputation. Of course, as a responsible member of the global community, we put all our efforts and contribute to the global and regional security, cooperation, and economic development within the United Nations and different international organizations. We also neutral and amid geopolitical turbulence. We are a peace-loving nation, and we want our immediate neighborhood to be stable, to be peaceful, and to be economically developed. And of course, we are strong advocates of peaceful dialogue, territorial integrity, and adherence to the United Nations Charter. And this is positioned ourselves as a reliable and responsible international actor. While cultivating a strategic partnership with key global powers, I would tell you that, for example, with our immediate biggest neighbor, Russian Federation, it's our strategic partner and ally. We continue to work in the Eurasian Economic Union and Collective Security Treaty Organization to strengthen our economic cooperation and security in the vast area of Eurasia. With China, with our also biggest strategic partner, we continue working and being a part of Belt and Road Initiative, facilitating trade and infrastructural development. With United States and European Union, we are focusing on technological cooperation, energy security, and foreign direct investment. With Middle East and Asian countries, we're expanding trade, energy, and investment collaborations also. I would tell you that Kazakhstan's economic diplomacy also focused on these trade and investment partnerships. We have implemented strategic policies to mitigate risks of over-reliance on any single economy, fostering investment flow stability and energy security. We don't want to be dependent on one single economy or one single market or one single country, because our geographic location in the heart of Eurasia, show us the necessity of multi-vector foreign policy. We are the biggest landlocked country in the world. We don't have any access to open seas and oceans. That's why we should use at maximum our transport potential, which we are doing with all our partners, including China, Russia, European Union, and other countries. For example, in energy and trade resilience, we are developing alternative trade routes, such as Middle Corridor, to counter disruptions from existing Russia-Ukrainian conflict and to strengthen connectivity between East and the West, Europe and Asia. For example, since 1993, Kazakhstan has attracted a total of 441 billion of US dollars in FDI. Last year, our GDP per capita was fixed at 14,700 US dollars. And GDP reached about 270 billions of US dollars. Also, of course, our diversified economic partnerships help us to overcome today's challenges and difficulties. We also focus on industrial diversification, digital transformation, and sustainable agriculture to reduce dependency on traditional exports. Of course, financial and monetary policy adjustments is one of the key tasks for our government, because currency fluctuations, financial markets fluctuations today demonstrate non-stability, unstable situation. That's why our economic reforms aimed at stabilization of inflation, currency fluctuations, and financial markets. And Kazakhstan is recognized as a middle power, like Indonesia, leveraging its diplomatic credibility to drive economic and technological advancements. The country's ability to navigate geopolitical tensions through neutrality and active diplomacy has reinforced investor confidence and secured sustainable economic growth. I would tell you also that last year Kazakhstan was chairing different prestigious international organizations, and we had summits and forums in Kazakhstan, like Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Collective Security Treaty Organization, Conference on Interaction and Confidence Building Measures in Asia, SICA, or Organization of Turkic States, International Fund for Saving the Aral Sea, and Islamic Organization on Food Security. In conclusion, answering this question, I would like to say that our balanced multi-vector foreign policy is associated with big efforts and is incredibly difficult, especially now, as global polarization is rapidly increasing. Such a policy is not easy to implement, but it remains the most optimal course, given our geopolitical position and national interests.
Well, you mentioned a lot about this multi-factor foreign policy, that we think that this is most important for Kazakhstan right now, also to facing the world that we face right now about the multipolar world. I think this is one of the best choice for Kazakhstan as well, to have this kind of balance to the major global power of this multi-factor foreign policy, and thank you very much. And I also would like to ask about how has this policy helped Kazakhstan to maintain the economic stability and regionalism during the challenging time like Russian and also Ukraine conflict?
Yes, as I mentioned already, Kazakhstan's balanced foreign policy has been instrumental in maintaining economic stability amid global uncertainties, particularly amid this conflict. In other words, diversifying economic partnerships, securing alternative transport routes, and implementing strategic monetary policies, Kazakhstan has mitigated external shocks while ensuring steady growth. Last year, our economy grew by 4.8%, and this strong growth was recorded in agriculture, construction, trade and transport. Our government is monitoring over 800 investment projects to maintain this momentum. Of course, our strong ties with global powers such as China, Russia, United States, European Union have helped reduce reliance on any single market. This diversification of trade and investment has ensured continued FDI. Despite challenges, Kazakhstan, last year only attracted 15 billion of US dollars in foreign direct investments, with potential for further increasing in this year. Of course, this has allowed Kazakhstan to maintain business confidence and economic resilience. Of course, the conflict disrupted traditional Eurasian trade routes and energy exports. In response to that, we secured alternative trade routes, corridors, particularly the Middle Corridor or Trans-Caspian International Transport Route, to enhance connectivity with Europe. Because still European Union and European countries is number one of Kazakhstan's trade and investment partner. Of course, increased oil exports via Caspian Sea through Azerbaijan, Georgia and Turkey to Europe, and expanded our partnership with European countries, ensuring steady revenue from our energy sector, including strengthened logistics infrastructure to improve regional supply chain and maintain access to global markets. Through this infrastructure development and advanced technologies, Kazakhstan is strengthening its role as a key transit and logistics hub between Asia and Europe. Also, I would like to tell that in Central Asia and in the Eurasian Economic Union, we are focusing on enhancing regional supply chains and economic self-sufficiency to access to regional markets, to the markets of FDIs and other goods.
Yeah, well, that's really clear that your country maintained the relation among the global powers is very, very clear and very, very sustained, and also about the future, especially during the challenging time and difficult time like Russian and Ukraine conflict. And speaking of stability, climate change is a pressing global issue. And what are some of the key challenges facing Kazakhstan, particularly in terms of water scarcity, and how is the country addressing them?
Of course, I fully agree with you that climate change is one of the acute, not only global but regional problem, issue. And Kazakhstan continuing contributing a lot of efforts to solve this problem. For example, we remained committed to our strategic goal of achieving carbon neutrality. Innovative coal-fired power plants need to replace outdated thermal power stations, and we are doing so now in Kazakhstan. Also, as you may know, last year a referendum adopted a decision to construct first nuclear power plant in Kazakhstan. And the first nuclear power plant is nearing completion, with plans for a second and even third nuclear plant also in development. The government of Kazakhstan aims to become a leader in nuclear energy by integrating artificial intelligence and advanced digital systems. Also, green energy projects are being implemented in Kazakhstan, and major investment in gas power plants and renewable energy infrastructure will help us to address energy shortages, particularly in the southern regions. Telling about that, I would also and I should say that Kazakhstan, as the largest landlocked country in the world, facing significant water scarcity. As a dry and arid nation with vast steppe regions, Kazakhstan water resources are under increasing stress due to climate change, inefficient water management, and regional competition for shared water resources. Of course, melting glaciers in the Tian Shan Mountains, which supply major rivers like Ili and Irtysh rivers in Kazakhstan, threaten long-term water availability. Reduced snowpack and precipitation variability have led to seasonal water shortages, impacting agriculture and drinking water supplies. For example, as you may know, Kazakhstan shares over 45% of its water resources with neighboring countries, such as China, Russia, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan. And we are trying together to negotiate and to solve this acute problem in our region. You know that also Aral Sea problem is in Central Asia, and chairing last year in this foundation, we put a lot of efforts to address water scarcity, to make water management reforms, to improve efficiency, also to modernize irrigation infrastructure, to reduce waste and increase efficiency, to promote drip irrigation and water-saving technologies in agriculture. That's why we continue our water diplomacy and transboundary cooperation. And implementing the National Water Resources Management Program, we would like to enhance our water resilience, partnering also with United Nations Agency, with World Bank, with European Union Green Deal initiatives for climate adaptation strategies.
Wow, that's really clear to know that your country, to maintain the water scarcity, climate change, is really in preparation situation, right? And it's also clear that the fact Kazakhstan have a big potential to develop the nuclear as well for the sustained technology, and also to prevent all of the activities, including the climate change especially, and about the water scarcity. We would like to see the culture, Kazakhstan culture, and we will go into the Kazakhstan embassy to see about the fascinating culture that the Excellency would be able to show it to our viewers and to us. Excellency, thank you very much for inviting us to this very beautiful building that I also didn't expect, that your embassy office showing us everything, showing us a lot.
Terima kasih banyak. Selamat datang ke Kedutaan Republik Kazakhstan untuk Republik Indonesia. Now I would like to show you some Kazakh cuisine. As you may know, Kazakhs have nomadic culture. We are nomads from our ancient history, and our cuisine consists of meat products, milk products, and grain-whipped products. Because in the steppes, that time we had no vegetables, we have no plants or greens, and now we have all, but in that ancient times, we have this kind of elements of the cuisine. So the first I would like to introduce, this is baursak. This traditional Kazakh deep fried bread, which shaped into round pieces. It's typically made from dough and Easter milk and butter.
Milk and butter.
Yes, this dish is often served as a snack during all celebrations.
Oh.
And even every week we make this bread.
Every
And
week.
Of course, for the guests, it's a must-have on our table. So if you want to try it,
Sure, it will be
please,
very
we eat
pleasure
by
for me.
hand. Yeah.
Okay. Can I just take it by
Yes,
hand?
please.
Is it something like donut?
Yes, but without any feeling inside.
Filling, not really my heart. So is this often to use for something like diplomacy as well?
Yes, it's everywhere. It's when we invite our guests, when even I invite ambassadors, or I make some receptions or dinners here in Indonesia also. Our wives and our staff prepared this bread.
This bush.
Try, yes, baursak.
Baursak. This is my first time. It's familiar for us. In Indonesia, we have kue bantal.
Yeah.
The taste is the same. Like
It's
this.
close like pukul, yeah?
Papaya. What is that?
It's also fried bread. Pukul.
Okay, it seems like again like donut and also kue
Yes.
bantal that we have. Maybe you have another thing that you could.
Yes,
So our-
samsa. Samsa, it's a pastry filled with minced meat. Chicken, lamb or beef. So it's also includes onions and some spices. It's traditionally baked in clay oven called tandur. And it's has a distinctive tastes and crispy texture.
Crispy texture.
Yeah, it's like samsa. It's close to samosas. Samosa, but it's our Kazakh and in a wider term Central Asian
Central Asia.
people. They also cook and eat samsa.
Samsa. I think it's also similar for some countries. I think your neighbor, for example, Turkey, they have something like similar bread.
Yeah, like Uzbekistan,
Uzbekistan,
Kyrgyzstan,
Pakistan.
Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, and other
Yeah. And what about
nations.
this meat?
This is kaza.
Kazakh?
It's a traditional sausage made from horse meat.
Horse?
Horse meat.
Really?
Yes.
I have to try this one. It's really
Yes, please.
interesting. This
Yes.
salted my light.
It's prepared by stuffing horse intestines with seasoned horse meat. Then boiled or smoked. Yes, kaza is usually served as a part of a festive meal. We also put all that you see here on the table, all usually put on our festive tables.
And what else? What about this?
This is kurt.
Kurt?
Kurt. It's traditional snack in the form of small balls made from dried fermented milk. This and this also different
Oh, just
shapes.
shapes.
Yeah. And it's salty and slightly sour taste and is often eaten as a snack or even in emergency food for long journeys.
On the journeys.
Yeah.
Or a long drive.
Yes.
Example.
Yes. So this also very tasty, a bit salty, made
May I
from
try?
fermented milk. Yes, please.
Yeah. Sounds new. Something like tasty. And I think for those who would like to try Kazakhstan culture, it could be from this kind of foods.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is really tasty.
It's a smoked horse meat. It's a specialty dish often enjoyed in Kazakhstan. The smoking process gives the meat a deep flavor and a distinctive aroma. It is usually served in thin slices as a cold dish or a side dish. So please try also this.
I did not finish it, but I have to try that. You showed me a lot of food today. And you serve everything in halal, right?
Halal, of course, it's all halal. We have halal certificate for that. Yeah.
Wow.
As the biggest country with Muslim majority, we are the biggest by territory. more than 70%, 75% in Kazakhstan are Muslims. Then we have Christians, Catholics, and other religions
The most
and denominations.
population are Muslims.
Yes, more than 75%. It's a sweet
is this?
Kazakh treat made from roasted wheat flour, butter, sugar, and sometimes nuts or raisins. It has a soft texture and also a sweet flavor.
It seems like, yeah, I can taste its nuts in mouth together.
Yeah.
The other, do you have?
And this our famous Kazakhstan chocolate. It's known for its high quality and rich taste. It's a popular souvenir from Kazakhstan, often featuring unique designs or packaging that represents Kazakh culture.
Wow, it's really
And
nice.
different.
Is this
yes.
kind of design?
It's our
flag.
symbol on our flag.
Flag.
You see, Matahari.
So every chocolate showing this
Yes.
Kazakhstan production.
Also, in this pieces.
This is the small pieces, and then this is the bigger pieces. Yeah.
So it also, you see, about similarities we are talking,
What
like Garuda. We also have eagle on our flag. You see, Matahari dan Garuda.
So that's what are the meaning of the Matahari and also Garuda?
Matahari because you know we have vast steppes in the heart of Eurasia, and Matahari is the symbol of our life, nomadic
Nomadic life.
nomadic culture, and eagle it's a freedom.
So freedom and then nomadic
Yes.
culture being together
Yes.
into this. Yeah, merdeka. Freedom.
Yes.
And I would like to speak about the Indonesia and Kazakhstan relationship that shaped over almost, and I think, yeah, this year is turned into 30 years. And how do you see these relations and maybe the other potential collaboration in the next upcoming recent years?
Yes, of course. 2 years ago, we celebrated 30 years anniversary of establishing diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and Indonesia. It was indeed extraordinary years. We were witnessing the high-level visits of our presidents, visits the delegations from both parliaments, speakers of the parliaments, foreign ministers, many other official and governmental delegations. We established a parliamentary friendship group between our two parliaments. We established the Intergovernmental Economic Commission for Trade and Investment Cooperation. We established Honorary Consuls Institute. Last year, we also arranged Kazakhstan-Indonesia Friendship Society here in Jakarta.
Right.
We have established the Kazakh-Indonesian Expert Council, working as a platform between think tanks of Kazakhstan and Indonesia to discuss pressing issues of today's world, regional issues. Of course, we achieved a lot. Our trade turnover was more than 500 millions of US dollars and even more. We have people-to-people exchanges. We have cultural exchanges. Our universities continue to engage in academic exchanges, student exchanges, and of course we have this kind of solid foundation for further strengthening and deepening our relations in all spectrums.
Wow, you have a lot. I think we have a lot in both Indonesia and also Kazakhstan.
Yes.
What is this?
This a journal, Salam Kazakhstan.
Salam.
Last December, we, by our efforts, of our diplomats, we prepared this kind of journal, Salam Kazakhstan, where you can find everything. Everything about
Culture, education,
features of Kazakhstan, our weather, our seasons, our nature, our history, our culture, our literature, and some unique facts that, for example, Kazakhstan is a home to the apples. Or even tulips is a home of apples.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Not Holland, not other
Not
countries,
Holland,
not Netherlands, not Turkey, but Kazakhstan. Because all tulips are from Kazakhstan. This is about state system, economy, our modern life, our travel and tourism, and many, many other, including the bilateral relations. You will
It's
find
written everything here.
Yes, you will find all here.
That's really
I
nice.
would like to present this
This is
journal.
for me? Wow, I do really like to read books. In
Yes.
fact, so this journal gonna be my next reading list.
Also, we translated the book of our well-known poet and philosopher Abang.
Abang. I heard about this guy.
Yes, buku kata-kata. This is a book about the wisdom of Kazakhs and his recommendations. He was like a mentor for Kazakh people, and this is also very much interesting to learn about our history, about our culture, about our habits and traditions. I also would like to present this book.
Thank you very much. It's really, really pleasure for me to receive a lot of gifts from you. And Excellency, thank you very much for showing us all of this culture, and it's really amazing and fascinating for me and also our viewers and full Indonesians to know more about Kazakhstan cultures. And it's really nice to see and to know how amazing culture and diplomacy go hand in hand. Thank you very much, and it's really also nice to know everything about the Kazakhstan and our relations between Indonesia and Indonesia.
And I will add also that orang-orang Kazakh suka orang-orang Indonesia.
And orang Indonesia also suka orang Kazakh. Thank you very much for time. Terima kasih sudah menonton episode kali ini, dan itulah tadi interview kami dengan Duta Besar Kazakhstan untuk Indonesia. Kami mengharapkan Anda dapat menikmati saluran kami ini, tetap untuk memberikan komen, like, dan berlangganan saluran kami. Kami juga mengharapkan komentar Anda untuk menulis bagian mana yang paling menarik dari sesi kami hari ini, dan kami juga mengharapkan Anda ingin negara mana yang kami kunjungi untuk episode selanjutnya. Until then, stay curious, keep exploring the world, and see you on the next episode.